Hey, you guys, I'm Elizabeth. I'm here with Lauren.
Hi,
And
everybody.
yes, and we are so excited that convention is coming up and it's coming up in person. So we're thrilled. And we live in Michigan and we have a lot of you that also live in Michigan. And so I'm personally excited that we get to drive and have that freedom of having vehicles and things like that for convention this year. So super excited about that. And we just wanted to share with you some tips and tricks, announcements, and some guidelines just so you kind of know what to expect. So, one of the questions that we hear all of the time is, well, what do I wear? What do I wear? And we've always said, dress like a diamond, dress for where you're going, and be professional. So, I actually brought a few things, and Lauren's going to share a little bit too. So, even this dress be fine to wear. And I bought like a little shirt and a skirt. It's like asymmetrical, so simple. I have a sauce that's bright. This is, I don't know what you call it. Is this a romper of sorts? And it's pants.
Mm-hmm.
Smock top, kind of cute. Another just dress and it's long. And then I wore this one a couple of years ago. It was real cute and flowy. And then just these two. So anything like that would work. I mean, obviously we all have different styles, but just something comfortable, something summery, something professional and nice looking is something. And Lauren, you had some tips too on that.
Yeah. Every time that I have been asked what to wear, I definitely agree with Elizabeth. Wear something that for where you want to be, right? For the convention I went to a few years ago, I thought, okay, what would a jewel wear? Because that is how I want to dress. So wear what you think a jewel would wear, but I also want you to be yourself and be comfortable. So find clothes that you feel like yourself in, that make you feel like your best version of yourself, that are professional but also semi-casual too. You don't have to wear like a business suit or anything like that, but something that just looks professional and you feel like yourself in. And then what I'm going to do, I pulled a few pictures a couple weeks ago for somebody else that I'm going to put in the comments of this video so you can see what we wore a couple years ago to winner's dinner, to some of the different sessions that we had, so that you can get an idea of what some people wore, and then you can look through your own clothes. Don't feel like you have to spend $1 million preparing for this either. You can look through some of the stuff that you already have and piece things together. And then of course, ask your upline or your closest jewel if you are wondering if something is appropriate for convention too. But truthfully, we just want you to be yourself.
For sure. And most of that was Kohl's or TJ Maxx. Yeah. The one dress was White House Black Market that I wore a couple of years ago, but what I showed you is like mostly TJ Maxx. So it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm going to go to some fancy department store. And then we also wanted to announce that we're having a team dinner. And so your jewels will be paying for you to have a meal. We're going to eat together. It's a place called Bakersfield, downtown Columbus. It's Mexican. And they have, because to accommodate a larger party, it's a set menu. So appetizers, quesos, guacamole, salsas, 5 different types of tacos, and a salad. So super filling, I think. I feel like, oh my gosh, it sounds like so much food. So that's good. Drinks will be on your own. And then also if you have a guest coming, so if you're bringing your husband and they're not an ambassador, then you would want to pay for your guests, but we're paying for all of our ambassadors and VIPs that are coming to convention. So wanted to share that with you. And that will be on Thursday night at 7, right? 7?
7 or 7:30. Maybe we should
Yeah.
look and
I will double
confirm.
check and I will put it in the comments for sure. I believe it's 7. That way you have time from after session to change if you want, get ready. So something like that, like the team dinner, I will probably wear like jeans and a cute shirt or something. I probably won't wear a dress to that unless it's like a super casual dress, you know? And then, yeah, so that being said, we also want to chat about professional behavior, and that is during sessions, and that's also our team dinner, because we're representing ourselves, we're representing our team, we're representing our upper uplines, and we're representing Plexus. And so are all about having a cocktail, maybe two, but just keeping in mind what your tolerance is, staying maybe even a little bit under that, maintaining that professional behavior even in the off times. And then professionally during sessions, you guys, like, Plexus gives us a notebook with our registration. If you have a specific notebook that you've been taking all of your notes in, please bring it. If you got your new Remarkable, you could grab that and bring it. And I mean, I always brought an additional notebook just in case they didn't bring one. I don't know. I guess it's my OCD, right? So plan on taking notes. This is time where you are not working your business and messaging people during sessions. That's not the time for that. This is your time to be taking notes and letting get poured into. This is a huge season, a huge investment of getting poured into and taking advantage of our corporate and what they have poured into us and poured into convention. So definitely that's the time you should be paying attention and really making your notes of things that you definitely don't want to forget. And I've even taken video snippets of certain things so that I don't forget and I can refer back to them. So that's an idea as well. And then I just make a folder for convention.
Yeah. Something I wanted to add for during sessions too is make sure that you're not whispering and talking a bunch to each other during the sessions either. Like Elizabeth said, this is a time that you're being poured into. You want to be respectful of the people around you, get the most of what you're putting into this. So really paying attention, soaking it all in, trying not to be on your phone the whole time. Like she said, you can take pictures of different things for sure, take videos, but really I guess you get what you put into it. So soak it in, take lots of notes, try not to be too chatty with your neighbors because then the people in front of and behind you might not get as much out of it if they can hear you chatting with somebody. So just keep that in mind. And then something else I wanted to add too is that convention is a really cool place where you're going to get to meet a ton of people. Some of them are going to feel like they are Plexus celebrities to you that you've never seen in person, that you'll finally get to see in person. It is okay to go up to people and start conversations with them and get to know them and take pictures with them. You want to be spending your time face to face with people. And it would be maybe weird in another setting to do that, but at these Plexus conventions, at Plexus events, it's totally normal and expected to want to get to know the people that you've seen on the screen. So don't be afraid to go up to them and say, I'm Lauren, what's your name? Or if you know their name already, and then ask them their Plexus story, ask for a picture with them. That's totally okay. Don't feel like you have to wait for your upline to do that. Although if you are on our team, we'll probably introduce you to people because that's just how we are. But feel free to make friends with people and really get to know them when you're there. Like Elizabeth said, rather than being on your phone. If you have somebody that's trying to sign up at that moment, sure, but otherwise keep your phone for pictures and your downtime rather than when you are supposed to be really soaking in the culture and the time of being with each other during convention.
For sure. Absolutely. It's really handy. Like you snap a picture with Bill Renfro or Helen McFadden, and then when you see their story and you seek out their story, then you can share it. Hey, this is my friend Jill, this is my friend Helen, and you have that picture with them, and it gives you more credibility as you're sharing your Plexus journey and their Plexus journey. So that's something to keep in mind. But definitely and it, the jewels, the diamonds, they have so much in their mind. A lot of the diamonds are presenting or talking on the stage, and so they have a lot that they're keeping track of. And then even us as jewels, like we're trying to keep track of where we need to be, but also trying to keep our team together, right? And so make that initiative, and they're definitely not going to think it's weird. They're used to it. and it truly is that one Plexus culture of wanting to, to share with us. So that's good. And then also speaking of that professional behavior, just really having a very positive attitude, Plexus goes above and beyond. And when you really take a step back and think about how many people they have, how many people they're accommodating, how they're running things, they do an amazing job. They really, really, really do. But keep that in mind that it's not 10 people that they're putting on a convention for. It is thousands of people. And then this year, of course, they have a hybrid model. So they also have the virtual stuff. So we've never experienced that part of this hybrid. And so we don't know how, what they may be tweaking in order to make that happen. And so just in anything, like even with our own team, like your jewels are doing their best to spend time with you, but it's super duper busy. I mean, it was a completely different experience going to convention as a jewel than going as a gold and a senior gold. It was completely different experience for me. And so keep that in mind that we really are wanting to spend time with you. It just isn't always super possible. And then don't start sentences that say, oh, I don't mean to complain, but because that's a complaint. That is a negative attitude. The bathroom line is going to be long, but you know what that means? That means you have time to meet the people around you and to ask for their, hey, like, what's your best Plexus tip? Or, oh my gosh, I'd love to hear your story. And having your story ready, we should all have that elevator speech ready, because you might be asked back, well, what's your Plexus story? And you want to be like, I don't know, so kind of practice that, keep some key points in mind. It doesn't have to be the last 3 years of your Plexus journey, but just some key points that have improved, because the other thing is they might have someone in their life that could benefit from hearing your story, and they're going to want to be able to share that. So keep that in mind. Did you have anything else with that, Lauren?
Yeah, I guess just kind of to piggyback off of that, when she's saying don't start sentences with, I don't mean to be negative, but we want to always, in any situation, whether it's convention or really in a chat even, or anywhere else that you want to be adding value. And if you're not intentionally adding value, then by default, you're subtracting. So make sure that your sentences start with something positive and you're trying to find the positives in situations. Even saying something like, I wish that they would have blah, blah, blah. That's negative too. So just really trying to find the positives in every single situation. I know most of us are like that anyway, but that will intentionally add value rather than taking value away from something. So just always be thinking in each situation, how can I add value here? And that will definitely set you up for success too.
For sure. That being said, make sure that you're getting to your sessions early. And this was something I didn't really think about the first time that I went to convention, but there will be a nice long line of people waiting to get in the doors. And that's so awesome. So you want to be in there. One, it does give you that opportunity to chat and get to know more people. It gives you time with your teammates, right? And it gives you a better seat. So I don't know the layout of this convention center, but you're definitely going to want to kind of scope it out. There's that time where you get to convention and get your registration, get your name badge, get your, usually it's a backpack, whatever bag they're giving us or gift they're giving us for registering. And so getting all that, and then maybe scoping out like, okay, what does this say? And there are schedules posted around that Plexus puts up on your lanyard will be the schedule. So, and it'll tell you like the ballroom or conference room C or whatever it is. And then also make sure you have your lanyard. They will not let you in the doors without your lanyard. Do not forget it in your hotel. And I know our hotels, a lot of people are staying very close to the convention center, but it's a huge downtown area. So it's still going to be a 15-minute walk from your room over to the convention center, right? And so keeping that in mind, don't forget it. And then, really just planning ahead for that. So jewels have a designated and special seating, which is like so cool. Like we feel like movie stars, you guys. We feel so honored that Plexus rolls the red carpet out for us. And believe me, in your seat, you were in the line waiting to get in. We were waiting to get a seat, And then the Plexus experience, they don't call it the Plexus store this year. It's called the Plexus experience. So definitely make time to visit and don't think, oh, I don't need to go. It's not a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a deal. It's amazing. It is. What did they say? They mentioned this on the Jewel call, like over maybe over 7,000 square feet, like
Yeah.
huge.
They go all out for the Plexus store. It is incredible. It's something you will not want to miss for sure. And usually the lines get long there too, because so many people want all the things because there's so much good stuff.
Yeah. So definitely save time for that. Make some time to go and check it out and walk around and just and experience it all. I think they're tweaking it this year. They were mentioning on the Jewel call, like it's an experience. It's, you know, research and hands-on and things. So definitely check that out. I'm excited to see what they've done to upgrade that, which is crazy because it was already amazing. So
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys have any other questions, reach out to your upline. And we are happy to help. That's why we're here. No question is going to be too silly or too strange. We're definitely here to answer those and put your mind at ease. And just really enjoy convention. Take it all in, take lots of pictures, post a lot. And I know this can be weird-ish. Don't make it weird. It isn't weird, but sometimes we feel like, oh, but when we're at something like this, that might be all that you're posting about for 3 or 4 days. And that's okay. Because the other thing is, just like you go on a family vacation, you're probably posting more about all the fun things that you're doing with your family, right? And people are excited to see your family vacation. And this is exciting for those people that have been following your journey and following what you're doing, and they haven't even commented yet. But I tell you what, when I saw convention pictures the first year that I barely started sharing and was like, I entertained the idea of going to convention, but didn't actually go, I was like, I should have been there because I saw the pictures and I had huge FOMO. So congratulations on investing in yourself, on making the sacrifices, the childcare, the travel arrangements, all of those things. It will be worth it. It will.
100%.
So pleased that you did this.
I will say too, just to add on to what you just said, every single time I post a lot about being at a Plexus trip, I always have people that want to start sharing after they see that. So if you're somebody that's saying, I want to find more business builders, which that should be all of us, posting consistently about how excited you are to be here and all the amazing things that Plexus is doing for us is going to have people, it's going to have their interest peaked in wanting to do this with you. So really, like Elizabeth said, don't feel weird about it. Post as much as you can because people will want to be here with you too.
For sure. All right, you guys, thanks for checking this out. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, your biggest takeaway, like comment in here, because we want to know that you have watched this. This is important. We took the time to share with you a quick video, to share with you some expectations so that you know what you're walking into. So please, please, please share with us your thumbs up, your biggest takeaway, so we know that you're engaging with this. Okay.
Thanks,
All
guys.
right. Bye.